Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Stampin' Up with Jaimie. If you're catching this video on YouTube, thanks so much for checking it out. This is my weekly Wednesday night video tutorial that I do. If you have any questions, certainly ask. You'll see below a link to my blog as well as a link to my store for all your stamping needs. I'm just gonna get on my computer here, make sure I can see comments and make sure I'm live and this is working. Oh, there we go. Hi, Michelle. How are you tonight? How's everyone? Hi, Karen. Good evening. There we go. How's everyone doing tonight? Well, is everyone well? Everyone staying nice and warm? Ooh, it's cold. It's a cold one. Okay, I think we're ready to go. My right before I went live, I don't know what button I pushed, but stars were dropping out of the screen. So I hit some sort of effects button on the Facebook Live video. I hope it's not happening. If it is, I apologize. Okay. Let's see. People are on. Okay, good. Let's get started. I'm super excited about tonight's card. I think I say that every week, but it's true. It's the honest truth. I'm pretty excited about tonight because I get to use the Stamparatus. Yay. And you know what? I didn't really test it out ahead of time. I hope it fits well in my screenshot here for you guys. And I'm going to be asking for some input from you guys because I kind of struggled with this card, and instead of me kind of hemming and hawing about how to fix the problem, I figured I would just kind of create the card and that you guys would help me tweak it and modify anything that needed to be done. So this is the card. It uses this foil sheet. This is a lovely lipstick foil sheet. It's one of the celebration items. It comes in a pack with Grapefruit Grove foil sheets. It's available January through March. However, we did get notice that it's starting to run a little low as far as quantities go. So if this item is on your wish list, I wouldn't hesitate one moment to place an order and put it and get it for free, because I just don't want you to miss out on it, as some items have already started to run low. The other thing, I purposely chose this card because the Butterfly Duet Punch, or is it the Duet Butterfly Punch? One of them has already come off the ordering list because it was in such high demand, and it coordinates with the Butterfly Gala stamp set. And I purposely chose today's card because I wanted to show you how even though the punch isn't available anymore, this stamp set is still a must-have, and really the possibilities are endless as to what you can do with it. It comes with all these different outlines of butterflies, and then it has these solid ones that you can stamp on the inside to give the butterflies different colors. And it has just some really great sentiments. You know, I'm a sucker for good sentiments. Probably my favorite is this one here, is a little note, because I love sending just kind of like thinking of you cards or for no reason cards. I've said that plenty of times. You guys know that for sure. Tonight we're going to be using You've Been on My Mind, which is another sweet one. Definitely, you know, to send a card, maybe if you know you have a friend that could just use like a little pick-me-up or whatnot. Hi, Lynn. Good evening. Oh, thank you so much. I love butterflies too. And what's fun, and I'm going to show it to you now, is that they have these little, well, big guy and little guy, and they're for like the little bodies of the butterflies. And then it's really small, but they have little antennas that you can stamp over them as well. So even though the punch is not available, don't scratch this stamp set off your list by no means. It's definitely a great one. And if you're feeling kind of adventurous, when in doubt, you can always fussy cut, which we know very well is you're either, you love it or you hate it. Hi, Teresa. Good evening. Thank you so much. So let's get started. My first kind of conundrum, and maybe I'll start from kind of the outside in, but start thinking about it because I was kind of perplexed as to what color to use as my card base. So I went with Highland Heather. But I really like kind of hemmed and hawed as to what color to put underneath. I thought about maybe pool party. I thought maybe a gray or even basic black. They all kind of seemed too dark and heavy. So I went with the Highland Heather, which was just kind of brightened the card a little bit. My second kind of conundrum was, I don't think that's straight. That doesn't look straight to me. My second conundrum was I felt like it was kind of empty up here. I put the sentiment and I tried baker's twine. I tried different ribbon. What else did I try? I thought about maybe using one of the wood details. And maybe that would look at there. But these are things that I was like pondering as I was making this card. And I finally was just like, whatever. And I left it kind of simple. And I thought, I'll just ask the ladies Wednesday night what to do. Maybe you could give me some tidbits. And you're going to notice I'm looking at it and it's not straight because I tried to pull this off because I think I want to put these guys, so here. I have them really kind of like wide apart like this, and I think I don't want it quite so much. So I tried to pull it off, but it wasn't pulling off. So that's why I think it's a little crooked. I don't think I put it back down straight. Okay, so let's get started. Like I said, my card base here is Highland Heather. Although I'm not going to glue anything on it yet because if you think maybe a different color as a base would work, by all means let me know. I chose Highland Heather because it kind of plays off well, whatever it is, the gorgeous grape here, they just look really nice together. So I'm going to set this aside. If you think of a better color combination, I am all ears. Sometimes I kind of work from the outside in, and then when I get to a component of the card, I'm like, oh sugars, now I don't know what to put. Usually it's the sentiment. Like I create everything and then I'm like, oh no, I didn't leave a spot for the sentiment. So you'd be thinking, you let me know. So we're going to use this butterfly here, and they come hooked together. The small and larger butterflies are connected. You could do a little stamp surgery and snip them apart if you would like, but they do come together. And we're just going to put that on a block. And of course, there it is. For a second, I couldn't find my memento ink. That would have been bad. Hi, Sharon. Good evening. Hi, Linda. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. So the first thing I did, well, I'll do it for you, is I inked them up. And I don't know about you, but I really have to push down hard on my memento ink, especially right now, because it's just the air is so dry. Actually, I may do it upside down. That's usually what I do with memento. And I'm going to do 3 stamps going diagonal across the paper first. Kind of the bottom left-hand corner to the upper right-hand corner. This guy I did like a little bit like that. Woo! And then this guy, I'm gonna do like this. Keep in mind to always, go off your paper. It's just like artistic. I don't know. Any artist would say that. You don't necessarily want everything to kind of fit perfectly within the paper that you're using. It's pleasing to the eye to have things kind of go off. So, and then this guy I put kind of off in the corner here, going every which way. And then one more I did in the right bottom hand corner. I apologize if I'm moving the camera on you. Every time I ink, I think I'm shaking the camera for you. Hi, Teresa. Oh, thank you for sharing. I so appreciate it. And then this guy, I had him down here. Like so. Oh, beautiful. Whew, I'm always a little nervous as I get going that one of them isn't going to come out well. I'm going to have to start all over again. Let me just cap that so it doesn't dry out. Okay, so this is what we're left with, which is really kind of fun. You could use watercolor pencils, would be really fun with this. You could do Stampin' Blends markers, would be really fun to color this in. If you had stamped it on watercolor paper. You could use an aqua painter and color these guys in. So this, you don't need the punch to make a beautiful butterfly card. Like this is kind of fun, and really the possibilities are kind of endless as to how you can color this in. You could even just leave it black and white and just make a black and white card, which is pretty stunning. I do like a black and white card every now and then. I like my color, but black and white cards are fun. Okay, let me show you the Stamparatus here. Oh, good, it fits. Ooh! Oh, the magnets want to stick to my, there we go. My stand here is metal. Okay, so this is your Stamparatus. It comes with two, what are these called? Two, like, plates? Two, whatever these are. One hinges here. That's the one. I only need one, but you could hinge up another one over here if you wanted to use two hinges. That one hinges that way, but we're not using it that way. Oh, look, you can see my camera, or it's reflecting something on there. So I'm just gonna leave this one hinged over here. It comes with a mat, and then this is the card base. I'm using photopolymer stamps, so I'm gonna keep the mat in there, which I think it goes like, I don't know. I don't think it matters. And then I have grid paper here. Now and it comes with two magnets. Well, there's one. The key is don't let the magnets get next to each other because they will attract and they will break. So don't let them touch. I apologize, my paper's getting crinkled. Okay, so let me get a marker because I forgot to do this ahead of time. When you're using the Stamparatus, and especially photopolymer stamps, sometimes after you hinge it over and you bring the stamp to the paper, it has a tendency to lift the paper that you're stamping onto and shift, which kind of undoes the whole purpose of the Stamparatus. Hi, Barbara from Tucson. Thank you for sharing. I so appreciate it. Love your little cactus as always. So the brilliance about the Stamparatus is that you can position your stamps that happen to your magnets. Oh no. You can position the stamps on the paper. Should I just do it? I think I'm just going to do it because it's kind of hard to explain. So let's just do it. I'm going to take this guy and this guy, top and bottom, and then this guy and this guy, top and bottom. And what I'm going to do is position him. Well, first I'm going to mark it because that's what I meant to do in the first place. So actually I need the fine tip. Okay, I'm using this line. And I'm using this line. Goes to there. Okay. Like so. Okay. Can you see that? It's pretty faint. Oh, I guess you can kind of see it. Okay, so I'm gonna put down my paper and I'm gonna put down my magnets. There's one. Where'd I put the other one? Don't get them near each other. And then I'm gonna take my stamps, my stamps, and I'm going to perfectly align them over where I want them to go. This guy has a little bit of fuzz on him. This one I can't do the same butterfly at top and bottom for the same one. I have to alternate them. So why am I having a hard time? It's just, yeah. I'm like, is that the bottom one? Yeah, it's the bottom one. Why? You know what? The grid paper is actually throwing me off because I think it's a line and it's not. Okay, let me catch those. So then I'm going to fold over my plastic plate here. I don't know. I forget what the exact terminology is. There's a name for this thing. And then when I lift it up, it's going to grab those stamps. So see the stamps over here? So every time I put it, I know it's going to land in the exact perfect spot that I want it to go. Does that make sense? Now I'm going to take my little guys. These are so cute for the little butterfly. There's the top one. And let's see. Maybe I'll do this guy. I was going to do some of these ahead of time and kind of do card magic for you, but I thought it would be fun if you would just watch the process. Sit back and relax. Grab yourself a cup of coffee. Okay, let me pick up those. So every time I bring over my hinge it's gonna drop the color exactly where I want it to go. Now, as you can see, sometimes, I don't know if you can see it actually, sometimes it moves the paper. I'm gonna move that. So that's why I marked my grid paper. So I know I can just move it back and say that's where it's supposed to go. Now stay put and don't move. But it will always kind of have a tendency to move. I wonder if I should put a magnet over there. Actually, that's not, maybe I'll put a magnet because, so the Stampin' Up! Does sell extra magnets, which when I was doing this last night, I was actually thinking, wow, an extra magnet would be very helpful right about now. But I didn't have one, so we're just gonna make do with the ones I have. Okay. So what we're going to do is I'm using Lovely Lipstick and Gorgeous Grape ink pads. And I'm using daubers. I have a, there we go. Whew. I have a Lovely Lipstick. I always want to say Luscious Lipstick, but it's Lovely Lipstick dauber and a Gorgeous Grape. And the first thing, if I do that, can you see? No, not really. Let me move them over. Okay. I apologize for the glare off of my my lamp. That's like super bright for you guys, but if I shut it off, it gets super dark. Okay. So I'm going to take my Lovely Lipstick and my dauber. You can put it right on your finger. You can hold it, whatever you feel comfortable doing. And I'm going to pick up ink, and I'm just going to kind of put it in the middle of my butterflies. Kind of like, actually not middle, like maybe 3/4 of my butterfly, the inside, from the inside out. And these little guys are a little challenging. You just kind of do a little dab. And I really want it darkest most in the middle. And then when I hinge this over, and you're gonna need to press it down a little bit because in order for it to make contact, when I undo the hinge, I have some color. Now I wanted a much darker color, so I just did it again. Added more Lovely Lipstick, kind of towards the center, maybe about 3/4 out. I really kind of wanted the purple just on the outside, and hinged it around again. See why the Stamparatus comes in handy? Because it's always hitting the exact same spot every time. So you can layer color in a very easy way. Okay. So next I'm going to come with my Gorgeous Grape. And hopefully I don't put my whole elbow in the Lovely Lipstick one. And again, I'm going to just pick up color. And this time I'm just going to kind of, I can always add more color. So don't be afraid to kind of go light. Oops. Oh, and by the way, when you do this, you will be covered in color. I had it all over my fingers. The whole, this mat here was covered. There was Lovely Lipstick and Gorgeous Grape just about everywhere. When you flip that over, you're gonna get it. And see, it's kind of faint. I don't know, can you see? I'm trying to move the lights so they're not like obnoxiously giving you a glare, but you kind of need them in order to see. And I wanted it just a little bit darker, so you can just come back and build the color like so. Flip it around, push it down. This is the process. You gotta get the idea. Now that guy isn't, that one is that guy. That one definitely needs a little bit more. A little bit more, a little bit more. Any other one needs a little bit more loving? I'm sorry, I don't, there we go. Now I kind of want it blended a little bit more, so I think I'm gonna come back with my red and just kind of marry the two. Make them be friends. So. Karen, did your magnets actually break? Or did they just, there we go, that's the color I want. Or did they just, what's the opposite of repel? Did they, what's that word? What is that word? I can't think of what it's called. Okay. Now we have to move everything. So I'm just using a baby wipe. This is where you become covered in ink. Because I got to clean, you could use a chamois. I didn't have mine on hand. So I'm just using a baby wipe. You can see why a chamois would be ideal. So I'm cleaning up a little bit. And then I got rid of my, uh-oh. I just realized I cleaned, oh no, there it is. I thought for a second maybe I had thrown away my paper towel from yesterday, but I didn't. Connect, what's that word? Isn't that like repel means when they like come away from each other, but what's it when they attract? Attract? Is that the word? Did yours just attract or did they actually break? After they touched, the end broke off one of them. Oh, really? Wow. Yeah, I hear that can happen. Okay, so now, let's see, get that back on screen. I'm just going to do the same exact thing for the other butterflies. This is where I was like, well, maybe I'll just do some card magic and make it go faster, but I thought you would watch the whole process. Those little guys are so tricky. They stick to your fingers. Oh, you have 3. Oh, you just left it that way. You have 3 pieces. 3 pieces actually might be even better. When I do my magnets, I put a little piece of washi tape over them because it helps me be able to pick them up. That's kind of like a little tidbit also. And when in doubt, if they break or whatever, you can always buy extra ones. Okay, now let's do it again. And I'm going to use a lovely lipstick. Kind of concentrate it in the middle. What is everyone thinking? Should I keep it with the Highland Heather cardstock base or should I change out the color? Now that you kind of get a feel for the colors I'm using. What's everyone thinking? I was so perplexed when I was making this as to what color to use. I really just didn't know. I apologize if it's moving the video on you. See, it moved it just a little bit. That's why I put the lines there so I can get it back in place every time. I'll use painter's tape. Yeah, it works the same. Painter's tape is probably, do you think it's even stronger? It might even be stronger than washi tape because my one washi tape broke. It didn't hold up very well. And down we go. Does anybody not have the Stamparatus that maybe you have a question? Or if you have the Stamparatus, if you have a question. They also come with, they don't come with. There's also available a Stamparatus case, which is super cute to kind of carry it and store it. That's also a must-have. And the grid paper, I didn't originally have the grid paper because I didn't sell it right away, but I definitely feel like it's necessary really when using like photopolymer stamps because you can mark it up and if you need to go back, you just go back over. You just move the paper. No harm done. Let's see where else this little, yep, this guy needs a little bit more purple. And that one looks pretty good. Actually, maybe a little bit more. The case is wonderful. It stores everything so nicely. How are we doing? Beautiful. Okay. Oh, actually that guy, I'm sorry. I'm particular, ladies. One of you is going to get this card and I want it to look just right for you. So, there we go. Maybe. Kind of. Okay. And another one or two, and then we'll be done. So, and the other thing is, ladies, so the foil sheets are one of the celebration items right now. There is going to be a second release of items, new items. I don't know how many, I don't even know what it is. We as demonstrators get to pre-order it and we kind of get like a little sneak peek of it. But it's even a mystery to us right now what it is. So, exciting. I'll let you know as soon as I know what it is. But hooray for more free things. Who doesn't love free? I'm finally learning how to use mine. The Stamparatus, Karen, so much fun. It is a little intimidating, and like you kind of have to pull it out and just kind of play around with it a little bit. And This is probably my favorite technique to do with the Stamparatus to build color. I did a fall card once and I loved it. Oh, you have it? Yay! What's your favorite thing to do with it, Teresa? Do you like to do, what's it called? There is a formal name to it, like where you move the hinges down. Or, I saw someone do the, I can't remember all the official names. The mirror, is that what it's called? The mirror technique? I saw that once. Ooh, that one looked like it's not on right. Oh well. I'll put the sentiment over that one. That's why I chose the sentiment. That's where I put it because I had a little smudge on it. Okay. And then we're going to come with the purple. See, this is why I was going to do card magic, but it is kind of fun to see it come together. And you can do this with a whole bunch of different colors. I chose these colors, I don't know, I thought they were kind of rich together, and I definitely wanted to use the lovely lipstick to tie in the foil sheets. But this would be a great way to make like monarch butterflies with them and stuff. You'll be doing the butterflies tomorrow. Yay! I just want to blend these a little more. Make them more of a family. And there is red in purple. I think that's why they go so well together. The pink and the purple, because there is red in the purple. If you know your color wheel, you would know that. A lot of times I go back to the color wheel when I'm color coordinating things. I remember in art class they always said opposite, look, I'm covered. Opposite colors always look well together. So I do a lot of like yellows and purples look really pretty together. I will have to teach this to my granddaughter. She loves butterflies. Oh, yay. Do you have this stamp set, Michelle? I can't remember what you got. I can barely remember what I get. The other day, well, not the other day, this was like before Christmas. I knew I still needed the Pear Pizzazz ink pad, the new ink pad, and somehow I ordered 2 of them. Does anybody not have a Pear Pizzazz ink pad? New ink pad. If you already have the old one, that doesn't count. Does anybody not have a Pear Pizzazz? I will ship it to you. First one to answer, if you don't have the new one, gets it. I don't need 2 of them, and I waited too long to be able to return it. So it's been literally sitting here for like a month and a half, and it is sad. The Pear. You don't have Pear Pizzazz, Linda, the new one? Or, I mean, the old one either? You don't have either? If you don't, it's going in the mail for you. Let me know. You can't have the old one either. You can't have either. You don't have any? Okay, sure. I don't think, oh, it's on your order. I don't think I have your address still. I don't think I kept it. Will you just shoot me an email, Linda? Stampin, not I-N-G, it's just the I-N. Stampin, Jaimie, Jaimie, at gmail.com, and I'll get it out to you. It's yours, sold. I found it a new home. I'm rehoming it. It's just sat here. It makes me sad that it doesn't have a home. It's not getting used. Okay, almost done, ladies. You've been so patient with me. I'm trying to speed it up, but I don't want to, I want to give you a good product, so I don't want to rush it either. What's everybody working on? Anybody working anything fun projects? Okay, yeah, just email me. Email me and I'll get it out in the mail. Probably Friday. Probably won't go out tomorrow. Oops. Oh, you're making Valentine's cards. I was gonna put on my my Facebook, like, who needs Valentine's cards? I thought I had a ton of them done, but then when I went to count them up, I didn't have that many. Oh, I just put my finger in it. I don't have that many cards made. You keep losing me? Oh, is it my internet or is it yours? I know Karen was having trouble with hers because of all the cold and the winds. And it is absolutely frigid, and it was so windy today. It is windy today, not was. It still is. Is anybody else losing me? I am sorry. It's either my internet or yours. Okay, one more butterfly and I'm done. And it's actually just the top, so it'll go fast. Oh, look, I gotta get a new one. So you're definitely gonna want either the chamois, which I don't have mine on hand right now, or baby wipes. Because like I said, you were going to be covered. Oh, you think it's your internet? Oh, okay. Is it windy there in Staten Island right now? I just need this guy. It is so windy here, and we have an older house, so the insulation isn't really good, and the wind cuts right in. Oop, see, it moved it. Go back. No internet problems, lost electricity for an hour. Did you really? Wow. Where are you, Linda? Remind me. I know I've sent you cards in the past, but I can't remember. Are you in a snowy area? You lost internet? Why did that look like it shifted? We're gonna move it. Oh, Virginia. Oh, so you don't have snow. Were you having a storm or something of some sort? That one's a little off and it's bugging me. I must not have positioned it well. Okay, almost done, ladies, I promise. Purple and then we're done. Purple, purple. Actually, you know what? I'm inking the other side here, but it's not even touching paper. I don't even have to do that. It's like a creature of habit here. Okay, we're gonna call that a day. Woo, that's our finished project. Product, not project. I'm just gonna clean this before I get ink everywhere. And let me close these up so they don't dry out. Oh, a dusting of snow. Really, you get snow there, huh? But cold and windy. Yeah, here too. A whiteout, just dusted, but one. Yes, we did too. We had a big squall come through. Well, I was picking up my daughter, so it was like 3:15. It was so bad I could barely even see driving home. It was quite dangerous. They should have closed school earlier, in my opinion. Okay, so are we sticking with the Highland Heather background? What do we think? This, by the way, is 3 1/4. Both of them are 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. I'm gonna do it just a little. Oh, I have color in my finger and I just get it on the Whisper White. Now I know where the sentiment's going. Right there. Hold on. Let me just get a baby wipe here and clean my fingers. Oh, thanks, Teresa. Clean my fingers. I'm covered in it. Okay, that's a good sign that you've been crafting a lot. Pink fingers. Yes, we should stick with the Highland Heather. Okay, Highland Heather it is. Now, I wanted the white to be straight on, and I wanted the lovely lipstick foil to be the one that was kind of cockeyed. So, again, use your grid paper. That's what it's there for. I always line up my card along a grid line so that my eyes are naturally going to tend to go straight. Now, this is mine. Do you think we should add anything underneath the sentiment? I really was like, I couldn't think of what to do. While you're thinking of that, I'm going to get it set up to do the sentiment. The sentiment, again, is from the same Butterfly Gala stamp set. It's that guy right there. We're going to do some heat embossing. So I'm going to use an embossing buddy to just kind of go over my basic black cardstock. That gets rid of any static that may be on your paper and want to hold on to the embossing powder. We just want the powder to stay on the words and not go anywhere else. Okay, so Versamark ink, that's what we use when we heat emboss. And I'm gonna aim for straight and centered. Hopefully that's what I got. Yep, that's pretty good. Pretty good. White embossing powder. Be very generous. You can always kind of tap off excess. But once it's heated, you can't add any more on. Let me just close the lid. And I forgot to grab my heat tool, so hold on a second. Which, by the way, the foil sheets are also 12 by 12 sheets, which are really nice. A great size for it being free. Oh, let it heat up a little bit. And, oh, I love it. It's like magic. It never gets old. Come on. I'm trying not to get it too close to my fingers, but I should probably just move it around. There we go. And let it cool a little bit. There's my water. So I wasn't sure. I'm like, we could put one of these guys underneath, but I didn't know if I really like that, honestly. It kind of like clashes because this is kind of like bright and this is kind of like earthy. I don't know. I don't really like that. Do you guys like that? I don't really like it. Do you like it? That's funny. I'm just going to trim these a little bit because I don't want it quite so long. And normally I would use my trimmer, so hopefully those lines are straight. I think we're just going to leave it simple. Although I still think it needs something, but I'm not quite sure what that something is. Michelle says no. Yeah, okay. Jessica doesn't like it either. Okay. I was just trying to think, like, what else could I put under it? I thought about some ribbon, maybe. I thought about, like, thread, like silver thread. I wish we had the black thread. We had it I think we had it, like, last holiday catalog, I think it was. Oh, wait. You know what? I'm going to move this down here. Is that okay if I move that down there? Because I have a smudge there. A finger smudge. Or do you really like it up top? And then we'll just act like the smudge isn't there. You don't like the wood pieces? Okay. No wood pieces. Should we just leave it blank? I was thinking, I'm like, I have the gorgeous grape ribbon. I could tie that around and make a bow. Do you like that? Or I have... Bottom is good. Oh, can you see it though? There's a smudge. Oh, like putting it down there is good? Oh, okay, good. Because I have a smudge there. My finger must have had some ink on it and I nicked it. Or I have some black ribbon. Should we just leave it simple? I feel so this is what I went through. I felt so conflicted. It looks fine at the bottom. Okay, good. Because I have a little smudge. We need to cover that. What else do I have? I don't have much else. Okay, we're gonna leave it simple. Let's see. I think I want my mini dimensionals because that's a pretty small piece of paper. And these things are great. Before you'd always have to cut up the big dimensionals. Now they give us mini ones. Makes it so much easier. And they're just stickers. Jessica says, put it on the bottom. Okay, the bottom it is to cover. Again, to help you go straight, line up your card on your, going with your grid paper. And there we go. Ta-da! That foil is so pretty. I don't know if the camera really captures it because it gives just like a little bit of... like shimmer to the card. Not shimmer, like just, I don't know. Shine. A nice little shine to the card. It's really pretty. Okay, ladies. Whew. That was so much fun. Thank you so much for stamping with me tonight. And if you have any questions about any of the product that I use, please by all means let me know. There's always a shop with me link in my Facebook page here, but if you have any questions, I'm here to help you. Thank you so much, and I'll be back next week at the same time, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Bye, ladies. Have a great night. Thank you so much. Oh, I'm still on? Oh, I never clicked off. Oh my goodness. Okay. I just realized I'm looking at this going, I never stamped the bodies. So I'm going to quickly stamp the bodies. I didn't realize I was still on. That's hysterical. Hello. Oh my god. Okay, I'm going to stamp the bodies, but I already adhered it on. So I'm just going to kind of, I'm still on. I was looking at this going, why does this look so empty compared to this one? And I'm like, I have no bodies on my butterflies. Hi again. Oh my goodness, I'm glad I didn't, like, you know, say any bad words or something. Oh, that's hysterical. How did I do that? I hit finish. That's so funny. Okay, I realized I forgot to do the bodies. I was looking at them going, this one looks really like it's missing something, and then I realized it was the bodies. So I'm just gonna quickly stamp bodies on these. Oh my goodness, that's hysterical. I looked at my comments and you're like, you're still on. I'm like, I'm still on. Thank you, Karen. And the antennas, yes, can't forget the antennas. Oh my goodness, that's really funny. Where are the antennas? These guys are so little. They're well, at least the little guy is the smallest of all. That's so funny. Okay, so the little guys have their antenna, and then stamp them. Yeah, that looks so much better. I was looking at it going, something's wrong with this card. I totally forgot. That's why you love me. Because I make an absolute fool of myself. I was talking to someone about my my Facebook lives, and I'm like, listen, I'm real. This is like, there's no, you know, like there's no playing around. What you see is what you get. I make mistakes. I don't cut things right. I think I go off, but I'm still on. Oh boy, that's funny. So I'm just putting some, like, an extra, like, sheet of scrap paper here because I'm still going off, and I don't want to go on my cardstock there. So there we go. Oh, okay, oh, I forgot one. The guy in the middle, he's missing his antennas. That's so funny. Oh my goodness. No, I'm not a fool. You are great. Oh, you're so sweet. Well, and I'm glad, because usually the Stampin' Dimensionals are permanent. I must not have pushed down too hard because it came right up. Usually they don't come up. Usually when they're down for good. Okay, let's try this again. That's so funny. You're still on. Oh boy. Okay, now we're done. There we go. Much better. They look much more complete now that they have antennas and little bodies. Something was off. I knew something was missing. Okay, let's try this again. Ladies, thank you so much for stamping with me tonight twice. I hope to see you again next week for next week's card. Thank you so much. Have a good night. Goodbye for real this time.